Hello, my dear Capricorn. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between May 16 and May 31st, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. We have 6 of Swords here, 2 of Coins, Jupiter in Capricorn. We actually have Jupiter in Libra right now, but Jupiter showing imbalances in your life. 7 of Coins, I saw it a lot when I shuffled together with the Magician. So it's something that you're waiting for. Here it's your mind and your heart need to unite to make some kind of balance and to bring this what you have been waiting for, your highest path. Okay, so I also want to take the chance to tell you that Mercury finally going direct since May 5, not confusing communication anymore. Jupiter is still moving retrograde in Libra and will continue doing so until it stations June 10. Saturn is moving retrograde in Sagittarius until it stations in the end of August. Pluto is moving retrograde in your sign, Capricorn, until it stations September 29. So Pluto is the planet for death and deep psychic things going on. And it's going retrograde, so it means that it's going deeper, deeper, deeper. So we will have the new moon in Gemini, May 26, and it will be in the same side of Earth as the Sun. That actually went into Gemini, will go into Gemini May 21st and pair up there with Mars that's already there. So Venus, on the other hand, will still be in Aries, moving direct, and Uranus is in Aries, and Mercury is now in Taurus. So you are going to communicate more of stability and changes that you want to do due to Pluto being in your sign. Neptune is in Pisces, so that's again, it's much like the Pluto situation, going very deep but on an emotional level. So I'll just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Capricorn, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the second half of May 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you, Capricorn, is Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is usually Aries. So we have, what did I say now? We have Venus and Uranus in Aries, so love and teaching. And the Queen of Wands is very good with teaching. She's very experienced. And very compassionate, both to herself and others. So this is like a person having very firm boundaries and taking them with her wherever she goes. She's not a weak person, and no one will be able to rule over her. But she's listening to others. She's interested. She's curious. She wants to hear about people's experience and get like a better and better picture of everything all the time. So it's also about curiosity and being like inviting people in, new people in. Queen of Wands is can be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It can be also any kind of very, very stable person in your life. That's they are stable in that they have boundaries, so it's kind of safe to be around them. You know what to expect, but they are also fiery and can be revengeful if someone crosses them, because they love themselves and believe in themselves. So they might like really put a hard boundary on you if you are trying to step over the line here. So it's about saying no as well. It's about being able to not be a victim. It's about having self-respect, beautiful things like that. So when there's no victims anymore, there will be no perpetrators either. So stop being a victim is kind of the information from the Queen of Wands. Align with yourself. Think that you're good. Believe in yourself. Believe in your feelings. Believe in your impulses. Believe in your instinct. Believe in your intuition. So it's a very beautiful card, the Queen of Wands. And here we also have Knight of Wands. So we have Aries, and now you have also Sagittarius. Sagittarius with Scorpio touch. The Knight of Wands has a Scorpio's touch as well. So in Sagittarius we have Saturn moving retrograde. Saturn is revealing all impurities, showing you everything. In this case, I'm feeling that since it's in Sagittarius, it's going to show you where you not have been really honest to yourself about what you really want in your life. So it's a lot of fire here. It seems like you will become, like you will have some inspiration about how to change your life in a more kind of soul direction. We see she's very explosive. This is 2 dragons. So you have a kind of the ability here to burn your whole world, but you also have the ability to build it up, because the fire energy, it's like creative force, it's life force, it's the warmth in your hands, in your body, the warmth that will leave when someone is dead. Okay, so it's your soul. And this Knight of Wands, it wants to show you the direction to go. And you see it's regressing here from Queen of Wands to Knight of Wands. It's like you're becoming younger here. Maybe going back to younger stage of life. Finding out what's missing. What did you want to be when you graduated from high school? What did you really want to be? Did you do that? Did you fulfill your life mission? Did you do the dream? Did you fulfill your dreams? Did you go wherever your soul wanted to take you? Did you follow your bliss? So this is a little bit into the past. So it might be you're going over this kind of questions, thinking about what's really like worth something in life. What's really like worth putting your energy into. The next card is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is usually Leo. We actually have the North Node moving into Leo May 10, and it will stay there for 18 months. So it's a time when everyone will become more like Leos, more individualistic, more of an creator, but also wanting people around. The King of Wands is also warm and compassionate, and it can't be a king without a kingdom, so needs people around them. The King of Wands also have bad aspects, of course, all the fiery persons do, like hot temperament, being angry real quick, it just blows up in your face. It can be like a minefield, especially with the Queen of Wands. It's also jealousy, control, things like this. But all those, this family of fire is very much emphasizing this with what happens on the night sky right now, with Venus and Uranus in Aries, talking about teaching about love. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, and also have, not much is happening in Scorpio this month, but in Sagittarius, Saturn is moving retrograde. So kind of asking you what's making your life worth living. The King of Wands, the Leo, becoming more you. You need to become authentically you, not being someone like a servant, not trying to be something that someone else will like, but actually becoming what you already are. So kind of accepting the truth about yourself, accepting what you are, and start to polish that instead of trying to shut different aspects of you down. We have the male archetype here within you, and the female, and also kind of the sun, or this very young knighthood energy, the one that wants to go out and find things and excavate things and reveal new things. Also fulfilling dreams, fulfilling your destiny. So it's very fiery here. So maybe you'll have a family of fire around you, or a very fiery person, or you becoming fiery yourself. Here's also a Three of Cups. So Three of Cups is Trinity. We already have 3 fire people. This is usually Cancer. Trinity, it's like mother, father, child. So mother, father, child. Trinity, you need to become whole. You need to have access to the whole of you, all of your soul parts. You can't say yes to some and no to some, because then you will become unhappy. If you try to become a slave instead of your soul, like a slave to others, a slave to what you are supposed to do in this life, a slave to what you have to do to get money, a slave, then you won't be happy. So it's about finding your soul, integrating your soul, getting access to that energy, finding your road to happiness, becoming enlightened. Beautiful things like this. Three of Cups can also mean harvest feast, gathering, finding new talents, getting inspiration, becoming very creative. It can be that Capricorn is in a bit of a manic period, like always almost over creating here, but then come the 9, the Hermit. It's Virgo. We actually have the rising going into Virgo in a couple of days. It has been in Leo and going into Virgo. So Leo and now changing into Virgo. So people being born a few days from now will have their rising sign in Virgo. Right now, today when I'm speaking, or say in the beginning of this period, they will be in Leo. So the Hermit is about going inwardly to find all your parts of you. It's kind of retracting a little bit, like stepping away a little bit from this party, and finding out, okay, so I have met like 3 different aspects of myself, and getting grounded in that knowledge. And what do you like about this? What's happening in your life right now, and what do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Use your tools. This is you have your there's an I am, and your I, that is the watcher, that's the soul. So the Hermit is kind of the watcher of the thoughts, the watcher of the feelings. Just looking at yourself, listening to yourself, listening to your thoughts, feeling your feelings, just getting to know yourself. It's like you're getting to know some new aspects of you, some new fiery aspects. So before you might have been obedient, but this is revolution, and especially with all those fire persons. So I don't think you're going to be obedient anymore. I'm thinking you're going to become very creative. You're going to kind of release the joke and become like more in tune with what you were actually here to do, like doing things that's for fun, so your soul rejoices. And here's a time of valuation to find out what's actually making your soul rejoice, what's making you happy. There's no restrictions. There's no saying, no, you can't have that. No, I don't have the looks, so I won't have the partners of my dreams. I need to change my look, so I will have the partner of my dreams. This is how we think as human beings. We think that something needs to change with us, so we will become loved. But here it's saying the other way around. Change into yourself so you can love yourself. When you find yourself, you find love, because they are the same. So, self-love for Capricorn and becoming very fiery. That's beautiful and interesting. This was in the past for most of you. For some of you watching in early May, this won't be maybe happening in the now. Here we have the 4 of Wands. So 4 of Wands is why we are going into those retrograde, why the planets are revealing all this deep stuff for us, so we can build a foundation that's actually founded rock solid. This is like volcanic rock, so it hasn't really cooled yet. So you need to go through this fiery volcanic period first, where your whole world kind of melts away, and then you build something new on that, built out of self-love, like your thoughts, your feelings, where you put your energy, your life energy, is the house you're going to live in. So be very mindful of dreaming beautiful dreams right now, having beautiful visions. All those people here, they are writers, authors, telling stories, writing a web. Some people are followers, but this fiery suit is definitely authors, like dreamers. So you need to dream for your new future, and it's going to be built on rock solid foundation. Everything that has made you unstable until now, especially the lack of self-love, or trying to change yourself into something that might be liked, so people won't repel you, reject you, or say no to you, or be angry with you, or whatever. That's going to go. You're going to become much more brave, so you're going to become the person that you actually are, and this is going to make you feel loved all the time by yourself, because you're opening up for your soul to really come into your body, and that's the true feeling of love, because you're opening up the gateways to the divine, so love can come through you. For once, very lucky also for those that want stable relationships. This is building a beautiful foundation for that. It's also celebration, like is with the 3 of Cups. So maybe you have made something, like you have created something that you can celebrate. The next card is the Lovers, and it comes underneath the Knight of Wands, the Sagittarius Scorpio energy here. So the Lovers, also together with the 4 of Wands, shows that you are not going to compromise especially much when it comes to love. You want this what you want. You are not going to settle for second best. The Knight of Wands never do. They are kind of, it's got to be perfect if it's going to be worth it. That's a song. And you have the 2 dragons here, so it's also about letting go of control. You can't control others. If they are not fitting your dream, okay, so they don't fit your dream. It's not their fault that they were made in another way, so they won't fit your dream. So either you accept this and accept non-perfection, or you say, okay, so we don't have the same goals in love. We don't see eye to eye with this. So I will search, because the Knight of Wands is a little bit like a bumblebee, going from flower to flower until it finds a flower it really likes. So it's like a little, wherever I lay my hat is my home. So some of you might have to deal with a player kind of person, and some of you will become players yourself, not because you want to hurt other people, because you want to be true to yourself. You won't stay in a relationship that's not really fulfilling, that's not really giving you this what your soul is wanting and searching for, because it wants to grow towards the light. It wants to have something. So your longing is there for a reason, not for you to deny it, or to look the other way, or pretend that everything is like rather fine anyway. It can be, because this is also trial by fire, of course, with all those fiery cards. So trial by fire means that people are there to challenge you. They are not there to be perfect. You are supposed to strive for perfection, but you're always going to find challenging imperfection, and this is kind of the deal. This is kind of school. This is what you have to deal with, your own longing for perfection and this constant crashing into imperfection. And deciding, okay, so is this person worth staying with? Is this job worth staying with? Is this friend worth keeping? Is this person giving me enough challenge so I grow towards the light? Is this my spiritual enemy, kind of, that's giving me the juice, the pain, so I grow? So that's why they are here challenging me? So you need to see this as well, that we are not here to have a beautiful vacation and just like we are supposed to want to have fun, but usually we have a lot of challenges. So we need to just accept what is and go very bravely through those challenges. You have the King of Wands here and the Justice card. Justice is Libra, it's justice. It's the divine feminine and the divine masculine, here both shown as feminine creatures. But it's saying that you won't be able to move on here until you find a balanced outlook on this, what you want to have and what you actually have. So try to get rid of the split. This is your twin, the one mirroring you, the one showing you where there's still imbalances. We have Jupiter in Libra showing this. It's like Jupiter is a very big planet, so it's going to show all imbalances very, very big. For some of you, this might actually be like a wedding and a person maybe getting a little bit cold feet and thinking if this is really what I want. Is this really what I want? So it's almost like you are on the web of creating something it's not going to be easily be taken back, or you can't regret afterwards, or it's like something happening here that's it's like you're taking a big decision, a very big decision about what to create for the future. So it's an important time. For some of you, it will be marriage together with this, and for some of you, it might become a divorce, going into loneliness, having been like in a family, Cancer, and now going into loneliness because you feel so pissed off maybe with all those fire, but you are not angry with the actual people around you. You are angry because things are not really being in the way that you want them. They should be in another way. So try to let go of control, as I told you. Just let go. Have the goal of what you want clear for your mind, but let go of control. You can't control others. Everyone has their free will. There's chaos out there. People are doing exactly what they want. So don't... you can't even trust the divine to bring you what you want, because they also have to deal with a lot of headstrong people going their own way, even though you are supposed to meet and be together forever and ever. The other person, well, I feel like I'm trapped here. I feel like I need my space. So we can't control others. We can only accept whatever is and have our dream intact and not lose hope, and still want to grow towards the light, because this with love, it's for your amusement, but it's also there to challenge you. So you're supposed to follow love, even if the sword that's hidden beneath its wings might harm you, because it's here, the pain and the challenges and everything, it's what's making you grow. It's like the black soil that's above the seed when it wants to grow. It needs to grow through the black soil before it can come up to the light. So this is how it strengthens itself. You can see if plants have grown like in a place where there's no light, they are very weakened and thin like this. So there need to be like both this challenge but also the big light. You need to have this longing, no matter how hard your life circumstances are. Oh, here we have also the wheel, and it's Jupiter here. So we have Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter is the wheel of fortune. It's kind of spinning. It's the luck. Will you be lucky or not? The Three of Cups indicate that you want happiness in your life. You want to have this, but you might want to have just, the happy things. You don't want the drama. You don't want the problems. You don't want the challenges. You want this beautiful vacation. And if you're not getting this, you're going to be a little bit sulky and just, well, to age with all that, I will go my own way, because this wasn't what I bought into. But probably it was, because both those cards are talking about karma. It's talking about something where you haven't really been able to see yourself really clearly. So this is like a new chance to see yourself more clearly. When we marry someone, we actually mirror our shadow. So we are kind of telling our shadow, okay, so I will see you. I will learn to look at you, and I will invite you in my life, and I will do this work. And here you see the Fool is kind of hanging around outside here on the outside of the wheel. If you can be able to put yourself centered, like let go of control, don't mind what happens, have your dream your dream, but whatever happens, like things that you can't change, don't try to control them. just let go of the sadness of trying to control the uncontrollable, because this is going to put you right in the center here, being very balanced. So beautiful, very fiery as well. But it seems like a strike of luck or something changing, because you finally take control of your own life and decide that you can't control others. People won't give you this just on a silver platter. You need to dream it for it. You need to struggle for it. It needs to be a fight. It needs to be like you need to do courageous things. You can't just sit in your sun chair with a pina colada and wait for the big love of your life just falling from the sky into your lap. You need to do things to make yourself happy within love. It's coming from your hard work. This is also, of course, that even with this hard work, the outcome will be out of your control. It still is. So that's the beauty of it. But here you have a 10 of coins, so you have the 10, the wheel, 10 of coins. So it seems if someone is getting cold feet, it seems like they won't really run away. With the 10 of coins, it's like it's Venus in Virgo, so it's very stable love, and it's a key to a big treasure like a family life, buying a house, getting like new self-value. The value you have on yourself would be the value you have on your wallet. So when you love yourself, love will come to you in form of money and people being attracted to you. People wants to be with you. Also things wants to come to you. So this is the beauty of self-love. This is the beauty of aligning with your soul. The rewards will come, but you won't really it won't like make the big difference, because if you love yourself and put yourself centered, so if there happens happy things or sad things, it doesn't really going to matter, because you are going to just be okay with whatever happens. We are just ashes anyway. We are here for a little time with our beautiful soul in this beautiful body, and making it alive. It's like animated life, okay? And you are animating this life, this body for a while. 80 years maybe will be your lifespan, and then you will be gone. So you have no control. You just borrow everything. Also the house, if this is a house, your body, your temple, you're borrowing it. So sometimes you will get things, and sometimes you will need to give it away. So it's like this. Don't be sad about this. It's a celebration of life. It's sometimes life forms, they just live and then disappears and lives and disappears. It's like with the cells in your body, they live and then disappears and live and disappears. Your whole body is being changed, like within 7 years, all of your cells is being exchanged, and you are a totally different person. You are the same, but built of other matters and other cells. So everything is a borrow, but it seems like you have a lucky strike here in the here and now. If you are being able to be courageous enough to go through with this test. It's a little bit nervous. It's like this feeling before a wedding, like you will do something that will change your life forever. Either you do this or you don't. It's like vibrating here. It's very beautiful, actually. So that was in the now, and here will be the future. So here we have a Knight of Swords. The future, we have Sun moving into Gemini. Sun, your soul, moving into Gemini. Gemini is like having two personalities. Your I and the one that thinks. It's like the tool that thinks. It's a very sometimes excessive thinking with the Knight of Swords. We will also have the new moon in Gemini, and we will have Mars in Gemini. So there will be a little bit warrior energy, like maybe you will remember old wars and bring them up to the surface. And sorry for my voice. Here's the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. So this is Aries and Gemini, actually. Aries and Gemini. So it's a rather masculine energy, actually, that can make a lot of things happen here for you. It can be wars or it can be celebration. It can be building or destroying. It's very exciting times, it seems, for you, Capricorn. Capricorn is about root chakra thingies like stability, new house, foundation. We have Venus in Aries, and we will have Mars in Gemini. So this might be like a celebration or a wedding, or you taking in your male side or your female side into you, becoming like more whole, more holy. We see all those cards for wholeness here. It's also 6, 11, 10, 10. 10s are about lucky strikes, but it's also about fulfillments. And like doing the task and being done. So Gemini, interesting. The next card here is a Page of Coins. So finally a little bit Earth. I was afraid of you burning up or self-combusting in your shares. We have this Earth as well. The valuable you. The valuable inner core of you. So Page of Coins is like the DNA imprinting that your cells got when you came here. So this is your blueprint. This is how you can be the same person even after 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. So you have your DNA blueprint, the person that you were supposed to be, purely, honestly, and loving yourself. You were supposed to love yourself because you were created this way for a purpose. You were not created this way because you were a misfit and you are supposed to change. You're not supposed to change. You're supposed to find yourself. And it seems like you need to find your more fiery, maybe more like more person that will be able to say yes and no. Like being able to say, yes, I want adventure, I want love, I want this. No, I don't want this, I don't want this, and I don't want this. So being more like a yes and a no sayer. It's like you need to take in your other side here. You're mirroring love here. Mirroring the other side of you. And here's also mirror with Gemini. It's you have a big cabinet of people here. It's a lot of Virgo also. This both are Virgo, and it's Venus here as well. So maybe order within love, that you might have to make decisions within love with the Gemini as well. This either or. So in here you have a 6 of Cups, and it comes underneath the Fire person and Justice. So it seems like justice will be brought to you, or you will bring justice to people, and maybe not make them out to be the enemy anymore, but seeing that love is there, and that 6 of Cups is about finding out that the things that happened in the past actually were for your growth. And that's when the healing and the forgiveness begins. That you can forgive maybe masculine people in your life that has been like ruling your life or challenging you because they wanted to make balance in your life, so you could heal yourself and start loving yourself. This is also a twin again, like Gemini and the Lovers. So it might be also a reunion, like this can be like a marriage or some legal thing going on. It can be a divorce as well, but here it seems like there's some kind of reunion or understanding, like mutual understanding anyway. Like whatever happens, you can try to understand the other person's point of view, and not like putting people into places of enemy and victim, but actually that everyone is responsible. Justice, that you have very central here, is about responsibility. No one will give you justice. You need to give justice to yourself. You need to love yourself. No one is going to say, okay, my dear Capricorn, you are good as you are, and put your stamp in your forehead and say, okay, move along. You will have to do this yourself to validate yourself and love yourself. And when you start doing this, people around you will start doing this as well. It looks very beautiful. You have the Queen of Wands here, also self-respect, together with the Lovers and the 6 of Cups. So it's like you finally getting the mother in your life that's siding with you and comforting you, and seeing to that you get your needs met when it comes to love. And this is, of course, yourself doing this towards yourself. Very beautiful. The next card is the King of Swords. So many people here in your reading. It's Aquarius. We actually have the South Node moving into Aquarius May 10. And will stay there also for 18 months. This can make people more trusting and calm. And actually, like, they don't mind anymore if love comes or goes. They are very stoic. So if someone is unfaithful, you will say, well, okay, I hope you had a wonderful time. That might be our deal breaker, because that might be like a karmic issue for you that you need to have to say, okay, so that was a deal break for me, but I only wish you happiness. So it's like becoming very stoic almost. You can read into stoicism. It's sometimes a little bit scary, because they can seem a little bit unemotional, but they're really seeing things from an above perspective. If you're going with an aeroplane, you can't really control the aeroplane if you're not the pilot, if you're just like a passenger. So it's nothing you can do. You need to let go of control. That's why so many people are so afraid about airplane travel, because they lose control. And this King of Swords, he knows what he can control and what he can't. It's kind of your inner father figure. You both have, we see the wheel here. The wheel is, of course, the planets also turning, and time is moving, and something is happening here, coming back, some kind of justice, something that needs to be revealed, something that needs to be balanced. And you have Leo and Aquarius here. Leo is going into the North Node. Aquarius is going into the South Node. It seems like it's going to be very significant for you, Capricorn, with this shift. Probably you're going to become much more responsible persons. You're going to grow up. You're not going to be children anymore, asking mommy and daddy for permission. You are going to become adult yourself, giving yourself permission. You are going to side with yourself, see your flaws, see where you are having your strong side, and just taking the truth about it, not being so agitated and upset, but actually it's like you get your own authority here in place, very calm authority. Before you might have been like, well, this person did this to me and they were awful and it was so sad and everyone is so against me all the time. And here you just forgives the perpetrators and just become this calm, cool person that see that everyone struggles the best they can. You have a lot of wings. I've seen this with a lot of other signs as well, Libra and Virgo. It's almost like they are wings too, angelic wings. So it's for you, I think your spiritual path, it's through relationship that you mirror yourself in others and you get very agitated with them and jumping to conclusions sometimes. But then you will just forgive and see that every person is trying the best they can with what kind of circumstances they had growing up and mental capacity and a state of awareness and everything like this. So you're becoming more cool here. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, very uncool people. They are very fiery and very airy and impulsive and destructive and crazy, and they are just changing energy. They are like the arrows pushing through. So that's things when things that just happen. But here with the kings, it's things that, well, they can have some thought about it. They can have like some distance to it. They can see it. They are more experienced, so they are not so edgy, more cool. And and they have let go of this. They don't think that they are rulers of the world anymore. You have fire, knight, and king, air, knight, and king here. So it's clearly a very quick evolution that you are doing, or someone in your or several people in your environment is doing. This looks very hopeful, very grown up. And here we have a Seven of Wands, and it comes in this with this person that is a little bit against all those things. Maybe like I said, getting a little bit cold feet about something. So they are still going to be in resistance, but actually it seems like this is what has triggered your growth. So be thankful also for those boring people trying to keep you on an arm's length distance here, trying to make you not, with your fire, being able to come in and take over their lives. Because when you become an author like this, very fiery, you will scare other people. Maybe it's you becoming scared here because it's earth. So maybe you are scared about this new energy and you try to stop it at the door. Maybe you get a lot of impulses that says, well, you need to say this, or you become like angry. I'm getting very angry with you right now. And you're not used to this. You're used to be like a well-behaved person, very stable, ground control intact, taking well overthought decisions, and now you're like more jumpy. Just it's a lot of impulses wants to come to you here. So it's what's new. You need to not fear it. You need to not resist it. Whatever you resist, persist. And this is the change. You are becoming this author. Rather you like it or not. So you're not just going to be someone tagging along anymore and being like, okay, so that sounds like a good idea. You will actually speak your mind here and take control and take over the wheel, the steering wheel, and you are going to steer with a rather cool mind, I think, rather like you are going to embrace this new energy of creation and taking more responsibility for being creative, not just being like the sidekick, but actually being the hero in the story. And you're going to become a very cool hero and very pure and honest. And I think this is going to be great. It's very beautiful card. You don't have like any sad cards at all. There's a little bit on the edges here, very persons that's very like they don't often compromise, if I say this. And here injustice you have in the middle is about compromises, and the wheel is about karma. So if you want to have some stability, new stability in your life, there needs to be compromises between all those forces that wants to have their will through. And you need to be able to be very pure and honest and willing, but in the same time, seeing things from an above picture, not seeing things just from the other person's point of view or your own point of view, but for everyone's point of view. And kind of like, what would Jesus have done? What would... like some of your idol, what would they have done? So try to take this perspective and you will find a King of Swords perspective here. Okay, so I will take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for my very fiery this time Capricorn. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service. This is much what I see with where this is going, with the King of Wands. Together with the King of Swords. It's like you are becoming this very enlightened being and starting to become responsible. You're not whining about anything. You're just becoming very like cool about things because you have grounded yourself in justice, in self-love, not having the split anymore, but actually like getting along with yourself. So that's a good thing. And we have the Diamond Dreamer here. So you have a dream and the heaven wants it to be fulfilled for you. So be very careful about what you're dreaming, because it seems like you will get it this time. Things will come to you and then you will say, well, I didn't want this. Sometimes we get scared when our dreams comes true. So try to be cool about it. Some of you will, in this stage, get cold feet. There will be resistance, saying no. This is my life, my territory. I have built something for myself here. That's for me alone. I'm strong. I'm an island. I don't need people. So some of you will become like this. You also have the Leo here. It's kind of going a little bit with the King of Wands as well. But this is the challenge. This is the young knights as well. This thing where they are so full of this masculine energy, like I'm immortal and I will live forever and I will outlive all of you and I'm better than you. It's a lot with this, and is this resistance, like I'm not going to cave, I'm not going to give up, I'm never going to buckle down, you won't have me. It's like the spirit wants to get in contact with you, and you might be a little bit resistant here still because you have survived. This has been a survival skill to become like cool and detached and don't really involve yourself and not really taking responsibility and just sliding on the surface of things. But it's going to be a change here. The pyramid here, it's for initiation. The moon is like remembering all old failures, maybe when it comes to initiation. So it's like you're getting a second chance here with a wheel, very beautifully. Okay, so past life oracle card for my dear Capricorn. Yes, okay. So it's time for Capricorn to truly awaken to memories of the past. You survived during a very hard period when the old golden age went to crumbs, like breadcrumbs. It went to ashes, the ruins of the old. Everything was lost, and you survived. So you have been having good use of those survival skills up to now. Now it's time for something new. It's time for love and spirituality to enter your life again, and to start to believe in a better world, and starting to change that person that you see in the mirror first, and everyone else will kind of tag along. Atlantis is for lost soul connection, lost love connection, the split between the masculine and the feminine, the wars among people, and this is going to be healed now, and we can see it very clearly within you here with the lovers and the justice, the four of wands, like this new stability, karma, and getting back like this treasure, maybe this high type of civilization, like based upon spirituality, based on like soul searching and wanting to become awake. It's very beautiful. It's like we have been like in the dark ages, and now we are going into the golden ages again, and it's going to be much more fun, I believe. Okay, so my dear Capricorn, I hope this helped, and thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting to my videos. Beautiful, beautiful comments. And I want you to do take really good care of yourself. You seem to be very divinely guided right now. Things are just going to happen, and it's more like you just need to hang on and follow that river, because it's going to take you to some beautiful place. Try to not have so much resistance during this time. Just tag along with the changes. Be like the wind and the water. Just go with this. Even though you're Capricorn Earth, it needs to be changed. You need to be changeable and adaptable. And you have the less challenging reading of all up till now. Very loving and beautiful cards. It's just like you are being swooped off by the angel of God and being like landed on the right place. Maybe with a little bit resistance still, and a little bit fear, like, well, I didn't choose this. I want my safety, I want my control, but it's gone. It's like you need to become this very King of Swords kind of person, very aloof and a little bit stoic, a little bit like you don't mind what's happening. You just go with this. You are bigger than worry. You don't have to worry anymore about stuff, because we are anyway not immortal, even if we hope that we are. Okay, so hope to see you again in the beginning of June. Okay, bye bye.